A bit of war, life could be dream. Life could be dream.
You know I love.
You know I love just everything you do.
I work real hard.
I work really hard just to be with you. You know how to push my buttons, and I love you through and through. Oh, my sweet bride. My sweet bride. Oh, you never abandon me, and you still I can't help myself, lovely as an elf. I'm one lucky man. I feel
Hit boy!
you always make my heart go. You're my greatest friend. We were almost there. Let's not say it too, babe. There's romance in the air. There's nothing I'd rather do than take a moonlight drive with you.
That's oh, that someone was like 100 years old.
Fallout 3, that 2008 Bethesda Classic that I'm sure most of us dusted off after Bethesda announced at E3 2015 that Fallout 4 would be coming out this November. I know I did. And much like with Oblivion, I decided I'd love to take all of you on LMMNO's magical journey through the DC wasteland. So, yeah, I guess that's what this video's about.
So first thing Fallout does is introducing us to some classic hits of the 50s. Next, it gives us an unforgettable and awesomely haunting monologue. And third, it allows us to live out a fantasy that every human alive wants with all their hearts. Something that Aladdin, Ponyo, and Bad Cop all have. And that's having Liam Neeson as your father. Don't get me wrong, I love my father and appreciate all the sacrifices he makes for me and my family. But if some cosmic being said that I could trade him for Liam Neeson, I'd easily make that deal. I would also expect my future son to make the same deal if given the opportunity. But in Fallout 3, you actually get Liam Neeson as your father.
Boy, we've got a son, Catherine. A beautiful, healthy baby boy.
And the game has you running around as a toddler, listening to Liam Neeson quote the Bible, and then you turn 10 years old, and it's your birthday party, so Lady Palmer gives you a sweet roll, but then Butch is a complete punk and tries to take it from you, but you say no, and then he gets arrested, and then you get a real-life BB gun from your dad, Liam Neeson. Well, 6 more years go by, and you have to take the G.O.A.T test. But before class, Butch was harassing my childhood friend Amada, so I did what any reasonable person would do, and I killed him. Just kidding, I knocked the fool out, but the aptitude placement test said that I was going to be the Vault 101 marriage counselor, which are skilled in energy weapons, explosive, and speech. Well, I'm pretty sure marriage counseling sessions have a fair amount of debate and explosions, but in Fallout 3, you need to put a fair amount of points towards science and lockpicking, just so you can go anywhere in this game. So I switched things around a bit, and I guess I'll just use the baseball bat until I can get my hands on a laser pistol. After that, they jump me 3 more years in the future, where Liam Neeson has run away from the vault, and the Overseer wants to kill his best friend and me for his treachery. So I take my baseball bat and beat the snot out of his private security force and almost him. I tried to break his legs, but he just keeps attacking me until I escape. So I know that Amada gets really sad if I kill him, so I just ran around like a headless chicken, avoiding as many of his blows as I can until I can get out of the vault and get that iconic shot of the desolate, stretching wasteland. And you know, it's kinda just boring standing in one place, so I head off, looking for adventure on that trail that we blaze. And hey, what do you know? Turns out there's some adventure in the nearby town of Megaton. My dad's old friend Moriarty knows where my dad is, but being the piece of scum he is, he wants me to go kill some druggie for him first. So I go to her and I'll tell Moriarty that she's dead if she just gives me some caps. And she actually seems happy with the deal. So I go back to Moriarty and he still wants me to pay him for my dad's location. I decided that that's complete BS since I actually know where I'm supposed to go next to in the game. Or at least I thought I did. I know I have to go to Rivet City eventually, but if I do that right now, I'll miss out on 3-Dog! Ow! So I pay Moriarty so he gives me the waypoint to go to the DC area and fight against some super mutants. And then I have to fight a... What the heck is that? Kill it! Kill it with bats! Oh, it didn't even phase him! Oh, this is stupid! I hate this game!
Now, remember, Chet, from above, the wicked shall receive their just reward. That'll work.
So I run over and grab the mini nuke off this dude and blow the BC to Kingdom Come. Next I meet...
3-Dog, jockey of discs and teller of truths, lord and master over the finest radio station to grace the wastes, Galaxy News Radio.
So, Mr. Dog here also needs me to run some chores for him before he'll tell me where I can find Liam Neeson. And that involves me breaking into a museum, stealing a satellite off the Virgo 2 moonlander, and installing it on top of the Washington Memorial. Which is really cool, by the way. I love all the real-life monuments from the DC area. So after that fun little mission, 3-Dog sends me off to Rivet City. And on the way, I get concussed and a broken leg. And now I really want to talk about this. Now, I've been completely spoiled by Skyrim and its regenerating health. And when I went back to Oblivion, it was pretty tough. But not only do you not have your health come back in Fallout 3, even if you wait, but your arms and legs break, which slow you down. And if your head breaks, every 10 seconds you experience a flashbang going on. I can't freaking see! I mean, you can recover using stim packs, but those are important heal items that I might need later. I have this perk in another file that heals broken limbs immediately if I stay above 400 rads. And so it was really jarring to have that perk gone in this file. And although I do like the realism it adds, I'm hoping it doesn't come back in Fallout 4, or maybe health comes back over time, but stimpaks are used exclusively for broken limbs. So I go to Dr. Lee and she tells me my dad is at the Jefferson Memorial. So I go there and only find some voice messages. Now, while I love listening to Liam Neeson's voice, I am getting a little sick of this wild goose chase they're sending me on. So I go where they send me, which is Vault 112. And apparently it had all of its residents living in some sort of Oculus Rift world in black and white with annoyingly cheerful music playing non-stop. So I find the queen, or maybe the king of this world, Betty. And she has a bunch of amusing little challenges for me to complete. One, which is making Timmy Nesbaum cry, which you can do by telling him his parents are sending him off to military school, punching him, or murdering one of his parents, and I did all three. The second task is to break up a happy marriage. This also has multiple ways of being completed. You can plant the wife's rival's underwear in the husband's workbench and tell the wife that it was left there by the other woman, or that the husband likes wearing them in private to feel pretty. What a weirdo. And finally, you can beat the other woman to death by using the wife's rolling pin and then telling the husband that the wife isn't as prim and proper as she claimed. The third game Betty, the old male German scientist, has for me is to
kill Mabel Henderson.
But do put some effort into it. Make it creative. Beating her to death simply won't suffice.
And so I go to her house and place a roller skate at the top of the stairs, and then I mess with the chain on the chandelier, and then I fiddle with the pilot light on her oven, and lastly I set Mr. Handy into attack mode. Basically, her house is just one big Final Destination movie at this point. I go back to Betty, who wants me to murder everyone in town, but I'm getting really bored of his game, as besides, hunting down every last member of town is going to be a huge pain in the keister. So I just head to his house and have the Chinese kill everyone in town. Now, where's my dad?
He's been right here the whole time. And you were too dense to figure it out. The dog, you see.
Man's best friend.
Wait, but the dog tried to kill me! Well, Liam and I escaped the Andy Griffith show and is back to business as usual, killing super mutants and helping my dad. At one point, he tells me that he's proud of me, and then dies like 2 seconds later. So we run away and join the Brotherhood of Steel, who teach me how to use power armor, and then have me go get a G.E.C.K. Oh, by the way, I should probably mention now that Liam Neeson's life work was purifying the water of the world from the nuclear radiation. And now it's my job since he's dead. The last piece that he needed was a Garden of Eden creation kit, and it just so happens that Vault 87 has one. But to get into Vault 87, I have to head through Little Lamplight Town, and to get into there, I either need to be a kid or save some kids from the slavers. So I headed off to save the kids, but on the way there, I leveled up and got myself the perk, Child at Heart. Apparently all I needed to do was call Mayor McCready a buttface and he would have let me in. So I go to Vault 87 and I fight through a bunch of super mutants, and eventually I find a highly intelligent super mutant locked away in a room named Fox. He talks to me and decides, hey, I can get you the G.E.C.K since it's in a highly irradiated room. Now keep in mind there is radiation equipment and I could easily get to it, but Fox has been locked in there for 200 years, and since he's immune to radiation, I guess I let him free. So, okay, Fox, it's on the other side of the facility. Okay, I'm just gonna push you. Oh, hey, look, a gore bag. I'm just gonna push you here so I can leave Vault 87 before I turn 87. Eventually, he gets me the kit, and then we part ways. But before I'm able to leave, I get flashbanged and taken prisoner by the Enclave.
Let's keep this nice and simple. You're going to tell me the code for that purifier, and you're going to tell me now.
It's 216! Just don't hurt me!
Thank you for cooperating. I'm afraid we no longer have need of your services.
I meant to say, I have no clue what the code could possibly be, Colonel Autumn. I'm so sorry. So eventually I get freed, and then I go talk to President John Henry Eden, and he tells me to have a conversation with him. And I'd just like to give a quick little bit of fun trivia here that I find awesome. The role of John Henry Eden was originally offered to Bill Clinton, but he turned it down. Too bad. I wouldn't dislike the guy so much if he had done it. Oh well, at least we still have good old Neeson taking up a role in this game. So the president wants me to poison the water supply before I purify it for the world, and gives me the ability to escape from the facility. And who's there to greet me when I get out? But Fox, of course! Since I freed him from his prison, he thought it was only fair to help me escape mine, and then he offers to join me so he can help me eliminate evil with his laser Gatling gun of justice. So I allow him to join, and we head.
You save me, then I'll save you. I won't beg for reasons to say, ain't it great to know that somebody's got your back?
I'll free you in 1 sec. I want to sing this one little verse. That I owe you, that you owe me, means we're ollie oxen free. Say, ain't it great to know that somebody's got your back?
After that, I head back to the Brotherhood of Steel, who are making their final approach on the Jefferson's Memorial, and they do this using a giant robot to help take the fight to them. Eventually, we break into the monument and meet the man responsible for this. The man who captured and tortured me. The man who killed my father. So, my plan is to light him up with this Nuka-Cola grenade I've been saving. Then I'll take cover behind this pillar, and then I'll pull up my combat shotgun and lie down a suppressing barrage while Lions and Fox come around the left flank. Once they do that, I'll whip out my flamer and shoot him, and right before the ammo runs out, I'll switch to my missile launcher to deal the final blow. Or he'll just die in the grenade blast! Great final boss there, guys. I feel vindicated. But before I can use my melee weapons to dismember the psychopath's corpse, we have to fix the reactor before it explodes. The only problem is the chamber is so heavily irradiated, it will likely kill anyone who enters it. Wait, Fox is immune to radiation!
I'm sorry, my companion, but no. We all have our own destinies, and yours culminates here. I would not rob you of that.
Oh, call your name yourself! So I put on my advanced radiation suit and take a bunch of Rad-X, which makes me resistant to radiation, and I use a bunch of Radaway to set my radiation level to 0. So if it reaches 1000, I'll die. So I rush in and I enter that code before taking even 20 rads. and then I die. Well, that's frickin' fair.
All in all, Fallout 3 is a masterpiece in every sense of the word. Well, all except the last 5 minutes, which kinda sucked. But nobody plays Bethesda games for the main storyline. What you play for is the amazing side quests. I mean, there's one in this where you get to steal the Declaration of Independence, just like Nicolas Cage. Oh, I eagerly await the sequel with bated breath. Was that bated? I don't know. Anyway, I eagerly await the sequel with bated breath. Now, I know it may be a little bit early to be announcing this, but tune into my Twitch channel November 11th for a 24-hour stream of that game. And then, check this channel for a summary of that, fun little video, kind of like this one. Go ahead and subscribe now if you haven't already so you can catch that video when it comes out, and other ones along the way. I mean, I'm assuming you like this video and the style of it because you stayed for the whole thing, which I must thank you for, by the way. Catch you later.